Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Ooh, flip up glasses. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals. It smells like laundry detergent. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Apartment 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. The shoes are 3 different sizes. Hello? Bathroom. The shower curtains are covered with some sort of slime. Lovely. Found some money. Nice. Sort of leaning to see what that was there. Door number 9 is locked. Postcard, Boogie Street. Okay, we're making some money here. Apartment 8. Their mailbox is overflowing. Greeter says, "A firing squad for the rich." Foreclosed by Martinez Realty Association. Sea below looks cold and winter grey. Someone has torn down the wall. An old grocery list on the table. And checks.
What happened here?
Can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall.
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
Well, there's always a little something in the fridge.
Indeed.
Oh. Money and healing item. Nice.
Give me a moment.
The elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to have difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Are you all right? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
He looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just wanted to talk to him. You know where he lives?
Talk?
The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
He points east.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Thanks, I'm off. Leaves. This crumpled postcard depicts an open-air market in Boogie Street 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from the canopy. Red blood flows onto the muddy streets. Blurry shadows of people pass. These flip-up sunglasses were fashionable in the old, but have since lost their popularity. Their thin gold alloy wire frames are a reminder of drug-addled bohemian artists. These days, the glasses are only favoured by organised crime accountants who desire to look cool. Filthy boho. Probably a narco-maniac. Okay. That's settled. Balcony on the east, right. Oh, hey. I've got to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Ooh, home library jeans. Although these jeans look worn, the wearer must have had an ass given to them by the mighty Lord himself. That beautiful peach-shaped man-ass has imprinted itself so deep in the fabric, you can't but wonder if wearing them would start moulding your own vague rear side into a more shapely form as well. Probably not. It probably wouldn't work. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yes, I was gonna try and pry bar. Oh, now the pry bar is equipped, so I could double click it. Okay. Woohoo! Okay, nice. Oh, held on right hand. Okay. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Of tarp flaps in the wind, forgotten hammers and nails rust. The door is locked. You can't get in. Chain is new. Someone lives back there. Probably Cindy. Someone's growing rosemary. Thyme. And a cactus. Break a box full of cigarette butts and electric wires. This is the door to apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives there isn't home. Maybe 28. 9. It's door to apartment 30. Voices from within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. Means this is 28.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
Knock?
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
He looks around, taking in the cold spring air.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
What do you mean?
The smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here, right? He might know something about the murder. So tomorrow 9 p.m.?
Suddenly, he's a little worried about your memory. Don't worry. It's mostly all still here. You can remember things. You got this.
Sounds good. Tomorrow, 2100.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28.
He writes it down in his little notebook.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Leave. Okay. That's going to be a tomorrow thing. Let's see what else we got. Yoink. We get up there. Now I know the pry bar works. Oh, hello. Signal blue naval coat. Nice. Ooh. Wow. I will say, I really do like the soundtrack by, well, at the time it was British Sea Power. They actually earlier this year changed their name to Sea Power because they didn't want to be associated with fucking nationalist, racist douchebags. Which is a shame, but you know, but they had to do that. Type of tank or something? The spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. That's nice. Okay, I wonder if I have to, like, click the bag, does this... Okay, now it becomes grabbable. Well, that's slightly irritating. Stick tar, glass tar. Oh. Excellent. Another bottle. So interesting thing is time only as I mentioned before, time only actually advances when you are doing dialogue options, or things like, apparently, as I mentioned, reading a book. That's the door. Nothing for you here right now. I'm gonna need to get in my way of my bottle collecting. And I'm cleaning up the streets. I'm picking up bottles. Ooh, white tank top. Very handsome. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Okay, so there's someone to talk to. Foreign car, kept in good condition. Lorries are stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Okay. So, not about us, you're criminals. Eat. Sick. What's the magazine? Most able-bodied men. This issue shows a top 10 list. Jump Jams, the popular musique mag. Just had a thought. There's probably lots of bottles in my room I could take. At least some. Hello. bottle of rum is knocked over. Beautiful. Dark liquid spilling out.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Not now.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime? Maybe who cares? Just rum?
Finished thought. I used to really like dark rum too, is this the problem? So, like, must be. Oh, I do miss alcohol. I don't drink anymore because of my antidepressants, but, yeah.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smouldering deliciously.
But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
I'll think about it.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time.
Okay there, electrochemistry, calm down.
And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
I don't trust you.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Continue.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
No time to rest yet. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
I'm sorry for this.
No problem, officer.
He takes a step towards the door, like he'd like to leave. Okay, so it's not letting me take the discarded bottles here, which is a pity. That would be quite a sum. Really useful for... let's go back up. Let's check the balcony here. Maybe there's some bottles I can nab there. And sell them at the Freet. So I have to go to Freet to sell them. Okay. I know where Freet is now. I found it, so that's good. This is actually a thing in mainland Europe I found. They do actually give you money to recycle your bottles and cans. Ooh, oh, the kitchen's open. You might find... The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. But yeah, mainland Europe, they do actually give you money directly back to recycle your cans and bottles when you're finished with them.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Quebec. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please. It's not funny.
Yes, racism isn't funny. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Got some impressive pots there?
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music. especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need nothing else. Stay masculine. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Okay, never mind. I was hoping I could find out something from him. Moby's having a table there. Good for him. Three T's. How idiomatic.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Insert your bottles. I think some places do actually have these automated money bottle machines, but I've never come across them myself.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Woo, up to 1351. Nice.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Okay. Leave. Also, I don't need to go back anymore. Classic double-breasted coat suits everyone, including you. And if you ever find yourself battling winds at the helm of a ship, then the coat's heavy fabric's got your back, even if moths have left a few holes in it. Tank top, gym vest, reeking of sweat. This seems a shirt is the best choice if you're not afraid to show off your masculine upper body and that hairy chest. Physical instrument, work it. Okay. Find smokes and smoke them. There's massive bonuses. You know what? I think yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Alright. Okay. Let's go interrogate some drivers about drugs.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
He finishes and turns to you. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
Motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
He glances south down the road. So, how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual words. Or both.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, Imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers.
So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about the dead man? The one hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
What are you hauling, anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Wicked. I always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man.
He grins.
Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
That your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty.
Sorry,
Sure
it
is.
was a stomp.
Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
That's a PAL A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
So, nothing illegal, then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Can I get one of those found tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Right, I had another
The
question.
man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back.
He folds his
Had
hands
some
behind his
good
head and
times
leans
surfing
back.
the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
I need to get high, and I'm looking for a dealer.
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud.
What? No, of course not.
Then what's your deal here?
Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Well, wait, then why are you still hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking.
Who do you think is conducting the drug trade, then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Ooh, I'm gonna try and jam with him. He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse.
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like,
The mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
He's transfixed by the words. Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own.
Dang. That's
grants
some great
something.
shit. You came up with that yourself.
I don't really know.
No matter. Great verses like that sometimes. Ephemeral. You might not look it. Seems you have some literary chops. Maybe there's hope for me yet.
That's a Strange compliment.
Just messing with you. It's cool. You're an okay guy. For a cop.
For a cop?
They're more often into fists than rhymes, see? Let alone honesty in verse.
In a small office behind the old military hospital, hunched under the green glow of his desk light, Officer Hans Blau browses through a test print of his Futurist magazine. It's called The Futurist. The typeface on the header is too small.
The organisation gets all kind of folk. I'm sure we try our best.
The lieutenant looks at you in silence, a curious look in his eyes, nodding slightly.
Oh, I made Kim slightly weirdly proud.
Well, you've given me some hope, I guess.
He gives you a thumbs up?
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
I'm good for now. Good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
He gives a salute with 2 fingers. Not the British kind, don't worry. Okay. Mirror. Well, I was having issues with my mirror. No escape. Okay, let's see. Ah yes, our good friend here.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Oh, right. Okay, can't ask him about that. Well, let's just quickly get this ready. Are there any bottles here? Bottles, come to me. Allow me to claim you and... Ooh, hello. Hot air rises up from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Pull the lever up.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Release the lever.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Leave. Okay, I need more money, so... try and sell some stuff.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I'd like to sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
He looks you up and down. Don't have anything to sell at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
I have other business to take care of now. Darn, I'd lost spare clothes. I really could have given him those. Oh well. Okay. So we've chatted with this driver. A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck. Perhaps this is another driver we can chat to.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice!
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. Are you alright, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
He adds with contempt. When else would you be then?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
The look she gives you is accusatory. So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young.
Someone was.
She nods as though her meaning were perfectly clear. Someone? Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy.
He gets gruff suddenly.
What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
Right, I have some other questions for you. Police questions?
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Show me the soles of your boots.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
Please help me out here. It's important.
Please? I think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are not Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't say please.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
Now the other one, please.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
There is no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence, Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago.
Wait, what do you mean it was the coronation of Franco Negro?
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Herife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival, I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
Turn to Kim. She's not Odd Soul, and these are not the boots that made the prince.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. A size is 37.
The feet of a little girl. They fit well on the pedals.
What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, really?
Of course not.
He says, grinning.
But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, but what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So, you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago.
He smiles a
Besides,
careless smile.
I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Wait, you get high off driving a lorry?
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harifa. It's low. I go to the bottom.
He closes her eyes in reverie.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
And some people like being strangled. It takes all sorts. You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary, no drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista
Gestures to the
and an
intersection.
adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary. The great unrest.
Where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
He flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal.
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
I just wanted to ask if you're interested in smuggling some drugs.
why would I want to do that?
Oh, thrill of the criminal lifestyle?
Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramirizza to Grad, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramirizza to Grad, Lowman?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Thank you for now. Leave.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
The voice trails off.